All right, I'm here with Coach Montinar, the corners coach. First off, welcome to Greenville, and
Yes,
what brought your journey here to Greenville and to the Pirates?
My journey, Coach Mike Houston. We met a couple years ago, about 5-6 years ago. We've stayed in contact. I've always had a lot of respect for him for the job he's done in his previous jobs, James Madison, and some of the other jobs he's had. I always had a lot of respect for the way his coach and his teams played. And obviously they had an opportunity here in January, and we made it happen.
Well, we're glad to have you here. And the thing is, you're new, but a lot of guys in the cornerback room are new as well. We've added some transfers, a lot of length guys. Were kind of short last year, shorter arms. It seems like they're a little bit longer this year. Do you think that could help the team tremendously when it comes to jump ball situations?
Absolutely. I always tell people, if you look at the NFL draft, man, corners are going day one and day two. You got to be able to have guys that cover those big old wide receivers. And nowadays, the game, offensively, it's a spread attack. The ball's being thrown 50, 60, 70, 80 times a game. And you got to have guys to be able to run, tackle, and play the ball in deep part of the field. And I thought we've done a pretty good job of that in the recruiting, and also we got some guys in the room that has some length. Siobhan Rebel is a guy that I've inherited. We're really excited about him. Has a great attitude. He shows up every day, goes to work. We're hoping he has a breakout season for us. Another guy we picked up, Jonathan Jones from the transfer portal. Really good football player. Showed great leadership for us in fall camp. Excited about him. IBM's a guy that's been in the program. He knows the defense. He knows our system. And the next guy we got is Tymeer Brown, a solid football player, transferred from North Carolina. So, got a lot of competition.
You brought up one word in there, and it's a word that I know every defense player needs to be able to do it, but that's tackling. And in the past, the stereotype has been corners are your worst two tacklers on defense. Do you think that the game has evolved now that we do run more of a spread and it's not as much power eye, that corners do have to be as good of tacklers as safeties, if not better?
Absolutely. To me, I don't care what position you play, you got to be able to tackle. You may not tackle as much, but when it's your opportunity to tackle, you got to be able to get them on the ground. So we're constantly working at tackling at practice every day. That's part of our EDDs, everyday drills, working on tackling. And a lot of our tackles is open field tackles. So it's you versus that wide receiver, it's you versus that running back. It's a one-on-one, and you got to be able to get them on the ground. Play on your feet, get them on the ground, play next play. And it doesn't have to be a killer tackle. Just get the guy on the ground and give us another chance to play another play.
I firmly believe open field tackling is the hardest. Just speaking from experience playing football.
Well, they say the two hardest things to do is hit a baseball and open field tackle. So.
I agree. Maybe save a hockey puck. I've never been a hockey goalie. Maybe we could throw that in there. But they call Coach Tesh the hockey coach. So we'll talk to him about that. That's his nickname because he likes to change his lines so much. But so who's kind of stepped up and maybe been that vocal leader with this cornerback group? I know you mentioned kind of the guys who are talented, but at the end of the day, you still got to have somebody that rounds up the troops.
Well, the issue that we have in our room is, we really don't have a lot of guys that has a lot of playing experience. Yeah. So right now we're working through that leadership part of it. I think a lot of our guys are leading by example. So we're working on the vocal part. I think Siobhan Rebel has done a great job of playing that leadership role. He's not necessarily a big vocal guy, but he leads by example, and he knows when to step in and say something. IBM's another guy that's he knows how we want to run things around here, so he does a good job of helping the young guys. And I'm gonna tell you, the next guy that's done a really good job vocally is Jonathan Jones, the guy that we picked up from the transfer portal. And he's older kid, fifth-year guy, got a lot of playing experience, and he's really done a good job of being that vocal leader at times. When things aren't going, they should be at practice. So we're working through that.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you, man.